Did we get there? Come on, Lord. Did we get there? Did we get there? Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, keep looking at my Facebook feed. All right, try to refresh. Refresh. Oh, yeah, oh my gosh, what a horrible start to the show. I'm so sorry. Turned everything on, the microphone didn't work. I reset it, the camera didn't work. We're back. We're gonna let a couple more people get in. Oh my gosh, what a terrible start to a Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? I don't even know what day it is. Oh my gosh, please tell me it's Tuesday already. Let me get through this week. Hello, everybody. Make sure you do me a favor and check in as soon as you get here. Hello, Logan Calca there. Hello, Don Ledger. Hi, Susie. Hi, Lane. My sister just texted me and said, hey, dude, I keep losing my Facebook feed. Well, that's because I am a horrible producer. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. All right. So what are we going to do about social media companies? So here we go. So I need to turn off my notifications. My phone is blowing up. Thank you very much for everybody letting me know what's going on. Hello, Cammie Spillane, my favorite sister, my favorite older sister. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push number 3. Pull down the sound. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the big show. My name is Mickey. This is Mickey in the Middle, and this is a quintessential show for Middle Americans. Everything that's important to Middle Americans will be seen here. If we have a pandemic going on, I'm going to talk about the pandemic. If we have an election going on, I'm going to talk about the election. If we have turmoil in international affairs, all of those things that I just mentioned affect Middle Americans. And this show right here talks about everything that's happening in the world and why Americans should care. Because what I do is I'm the why guy. I'm like, why does the left feel this way? Why does the right feel that way? And what should the middle actually think about, what they're thinking on the left and what they're thinking on the right and how it affects Middle Americans? How do we find ourselves in the situations that we find ourselves in? And right now, I'm telling you right now, last night I did a show that got pretty good reviews for the few people that watched it, but it spurred me to action, and I'm going to talk about my action in just a little while. But last night's show was kind of interesting because it explained how the internet works and what Section 230 does as it affects internet companies, internet service providers, internet hosts, internet companies, and the whole 9 yards. And the big thing is, and this is the overarching theme that I may or may have missed yesterday, is the internet service companies have the best of both worlds. They have become literally the police of your internet content, your internet life. They are the police of your internet life. So let me give you a really, really quick example of what I mean. Let's say that you load everything up on a photo digital site and they lose it. Well, what happens then? What happens then? And therein lies the problem with the cloud. See, the cloud, when you take your life and you put it on the cloud is nothing more than somebody else's computer. So that's like you handing me all of your data, all of your life, all of your files, all of your tax information, all of your credit card information, everything about your life that you want to keep, that you want to, all of the digital pictures that you've taken, all of the memories that you've stored, all of the Facebook posts that you've put out there, all the Twitter posts, all the WeMe posts, all the Rumbles, the Parlors, these videos right here. I've got a copy of every single one of these videos. I have a copy in case somebody decides to destroy my life and say, hey, look here, you cannot be on, you cannot be on here anymore. So what do is I now have to have some type of a backup plan. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have a backup plan. My backup plan is Rumble. That's what my backup plan. But I've also just transferred, and now I'm on WeMe, right? So I'm on the WeMe, and WeMe seems to be pretty cool because to me it's the equivalent of Facebook without all the advertising and without them using all of my information. So when I say that, I've gone to WeMe. I'm under Mickey Spillane at WeMe. I had no idea what I was doing when I was signing up. I had the app. I had known about the app, but I didn't do anything with the app. So I downloaded the app again. I put it back on my phone. I went there on site today, and it's like Facebook. You can do a lot of things on WeMe. You can create little groups. You can exchange with your friends. You can thumbs up. You can thumbs down. You can poop emoji. You can smile, stars, post little videos. Do whatever you want. It's kind of like Facebook, except without all the Facebook crap that we all complain about. So WeMe is going to get bigger. Now I'm paying for that. I'm paying like $5 a month, right? So what's 5 times 12? So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. So I'm paying $60 a year to be on WeMe. But I think that it's going to be worth it in the end because what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to stay on multiple social media sites, and these are all my notes for today because at the end of the show I've got a big announcement. And I hope that one of my state legislators is watching because I'm actually taking action tomorrow in order to do the things that I'm about to tell you about. So if you hear my phone's exploding for some reason. Everybody must be missing Mickey in the middle. So right now, you are seeing this, and the reason that the show was delayed is I have moved away from my normal internet browser, and now I am going with Firefox, which is a Mozilla product, which is open source and open to the public. And then I control everything that's on there, and then I control the security protocols. And then I'm also on DuckDuckGo, which is also a private network. So I'm trying to stack everything so that if they want to find me, they're going to have to look. Or they can just sign up for one of my shows. So I am on WeMe. I am on Twitter. I am on Facebook. I am on Rumble. I used to be on Parler until they annihilated that site. And what else am I on? Oh, I'm on TikTok because I watch my daughter's videos that she put up there. I also have a Snapchat account and an Instagram account. Now, I've never posted anything on TikTok. However, due to my initiatives in the future, I will be posting on TikTok, so I'm not going to get rid of that. Because of my initiatives in the future, I'm going to be staying on Twitter. Because of my initiatives in the future, I'm going to be staying on Facebook. Because of my initiatives in the future, I will be staying on Rumble, Parler, WeMe, and everything else. But tonight I want to talk about what do we do about these social internet companies, social networking companies. Because, they're just so frustrating. They're just so frustrating. So 2:30, I heard somebody say this earlier. I heard somebody say earlier today something that made me think that if you are a social media company and you're allowed to control your content, that means that you should be ferreting through things that have something to do not with free speech, but like child pornography or exploitation of slavery or the use of the internet to say insurrection. And I'm talking real stuff, not like, hey, the government sucks, or hey, the thing that they're discussing in Congress right now is wrong, or hey, the Second Amendment bill that they just came up with in the House of Representatives this week is going to make everybody in the United States register their guns. And if you register your guns, that's the first step of them confiscating your guns. That's the way that I feel about it. So, free speech is about protecting the individual. And that's what free speech is. And that's where the internet started. And I say some stupid ass stuff. I mean, I just say some stuff that is just not that smart. That's not cool. That's not that funny. Sometimes I try to be sarcastic. Sometimes I try to be on top of things. And I try to be pleasant. I try not to offend anyone because I don't think it's my, I don't want to offend anybody. My intention is never to offend anybody. So when I say something, I always try to say things with love and understanding, and I try to put them in a way that somebody else is going to be willing to accept them. Not you're a Nazi. You are a Nazi is one of those terms that if you say that to me, then that is very off-putting. I'm just saying, it's very, very off-putting if you say that. Or if you say, if you voted for this candidate, you're a racist. So I'm going to throw this out there right now. If you think I'm a racist, I need you to let me know. How about if we do that? If you're willing to put on your sites or on your profiles, or if you voted for X, you're a racist. Now, I'm not going to tell you who I voted for. Everybody can probably figure that out. But if you think I'm a racist, I need you to let me know now. I need you to not put, if you did this, then you are a. Because two things are going to happen. Either we're going to talk about it, or we're just going to separate and not be friends anymore. And I'm not trying to threaten anybody. I'm not trying to do anything. But if you think that I am a racist, I would prefer for you to not be my friend, because I know that I'm not. And all of my friends know that I'm not. If you think I'm xenophobic, if you think that I don't like gay people, if you think I'm anti-Semite, if you think of whatever. Because if I do one action, I have a reason for doing something, and it might not have anything to do with those categories and classifications that you are now assigning me. So if I do something, it does not mean another thing. Unless you can get in my brain and you can figure out the way that I think, because I'm all over the map when I consider things. As a matter of fact, last night I solved the internet problem. Did you know I did not know this until I started doing my thing, and I will explain it here in just a little while, that I've actually solved the problem of Section 230 of the FCC Decency Act. How about that? Ta-da! So, all right, so I made some notes. Where are my glasses? All right, got to get some glasses. Here we go. All right, so don't need a backup plan, just a solid level service agreement. That is true, Greg Myers. Thank you very much. Don't need a backup plan, just need a solid level service agreement. No. Don Ledger, no. What no, Don? Don, expand on the no. What did I say? No, that was wrong. Lane Calcaterra, I think you're great. It's Clouds Illusions, I recall. It's Clouds Illusion, I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. All right, try this again. Evening, Mickey from Alaska. Hello, Bruce Lund. How are you doing? Want to know who to invest with? Yes, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to actually figure out a way to invest in Parler. I don't know whether they're a private company or whether they're taking stuff, but I want to give Parler as much money as I possibly can afford to give them. It was the strangest thing. It's funny that you said that, right? For the last couple of days, I'm not big on Twitter. I don't have a big Twitter following. But the last couple of days, I have literally been praying for Facebook and Twitter to get crushed. And Amazon. I want Amazon crushed. I want Facebook crushed. I don't know whether I'm going to order anything from Amazon again. I just became a member with Walmart Delivery Grocery, and I've been picking up stuff, and they've been delivering my stuff to my store. Because Walmart stays out of all this stuff. Walmart just wants to give you stuff. They don't have any, they've got their servers, but they don't put anybody else on there. They're out of the software business. They're out of the social media stuff. And all that they want to do is just deliver stuff to your door. That's great. I love that. So, who I'm invested with now, I have mutual funds. I want my mutual funds to go up, but they probably have purchased Twitter stock, Facebook stock, Amazon stock, and all that. So I'm hoping that I get crushed in the market, but I hope the rest of the market goes up and solidifies my portfolio, which is small, but it's still a portfolio. You could call it it's a smaller portfolio. Some would say that it's, but it's really like that. It depends on how close you are to it. All right, I gotta stop. I gotta get back to my notes. All right, so Mickey in the Middle on social media. So that's what the story is with my social media. Come and follow me, Mickey Spillane, on WeMe. It is a paid site, but that's probably where I'm going to put out the majority of my social contact. I'm inviting 3,000 of my closest friends. I've got 3,008 followers on Facebook, and they will only let me talk to 50 of them at a time. So if you haven't got your invitation from me, from WeMe, to join me on WeMe, don't worry, it's probably coming. And I've got a lot of followers on WeMe already, or a lot of people that I socialize with on WeMe already, but that's going to happen. So Twitter, and you know about me on Facebook. And then, so here's what the thing is. If you are with a social media company, you are policed by them. And you have no alternative and you have no recourse, because they don't have to even tell you why they're going to ban you. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They will demonetize you, and they will not even tell you that you are demonetized unless you go look in the service agreement and you go click on, like when I was demonetized for my war videos from when I was doing videos from Afghanistan and Iran, then they didn't even tell me I was demonetized. I was just like, wow, I'm not getting very many hits. I'm not getting very many views. And then I went out and it had gone up like 50,000 views. And I was like, wow, I should have got paid for that. And then I clicked on the video and it says, this has been demonetized for content. So I contacted them and they said, well, we're not going to, they sent back a note. They didn't talk to me. They wouldn't talk to me, but they sent back a note. It says, we do not think that advertisers would like to advertise on this content. But they didn't talk to me about it, and they're not giving advertisers the choice. They're just saying that they're making the balls and strikes calls on my social media and on my videos, which everything else used to be monetized, but now they demonetized everything that I have on there. So I haven't gotten a penny from them, although I did get a notification the other day that they owe me $52 and some odd cents. So I don't even know where that came from, but I think that came from Google AdSense, because I'm also monetized through Google AdSense. So I got $50 coming to me from them. But the point is that these larger organizations that rely on that money, you know, people like me and you, people that are putting out content, people that are trying to be the best that they can be and provide content and context through the internet and through the services and through live streams and things like that, they have no alternative. They don't have an option to whatever the police state of these companies say that they should be. So the second thing is who is to determine whether somebody says something that incites a riot, whether it is collusion, whether it is pornographic, whether it is whatever. See, so if anything should be insurrectionist, or should be pornographic, or should be associated with children and compromising positions, or sex trafficking, or slavery, that should be immediately reported to the police. And I don't know whether that's happening. See, because 230 gives them total immunity from liability on anything that is on their site or goes through their site, or any content that they choose. You have immunity. I have immunity. Your brothers and sisters have immunity. Everything that's online. The people with the transmission lines have immunity. The hosts have immunity. The ISPs have an immunity. Everybody has immunity. That's what 230 says. It does not discriminate against large companies, against small companies, about whether you're a platform or an ISP, or whether you're transmission lines. It doesn't discriminate. It says if you're a internet interconnectivity service, computer service, then all of a sudden you're just going to be exempt. And I don't think that anybody on those platforms should be making the sole decision about that without talking to you. Why did I violate your user agreement? Well, we just decided it was objectionable material. You don't need a backup plan. So Don Ledger said, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist! Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. Have to be committed and walk away. I don't shop at Target and haven't for years, my own choice. Listen to me. I don't like those French people anyway. Target has always been of course I shop at Target. They're not companies, it's servers, which is why laws can't be implemented. Okay, so here's what the thing is. Servers also fall under all of the equipment for social media. It's just not content. It's transmission lines, it's servers, it's content, it's anything that is on the internet as the internet grew, which is proven by the pornographic cases that were brought to the Supreme Court that said porn sites have the right to exist on the internet. That's what they said. Everything that's on there. So the question is who owns the servers? How do they connect to the internet? And then who owns the internet? And what are the people on the internet going to do? I wish we could differentiate between the differences. So that's what I've got. So how they have you, and Cammie alluded to this. You have to have conviction and you have to have some guts. Or you have to be willing to fight them on their own turf. So I've made the decision that I'm going to fight Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, the people that took down Parler on their own turf inside of their user agreements. So that when I go out and I put this on Facebook Live, this is my primary platform because I have 308 friends. Now, what's going to hurt is if they decide to deplatform me, because I make no money from Facebook, because I don't have enough users, I don't have enough minutes watched. I don't make any money off of these folks, but I do have 3,008 people that are my friends. Some of them are very close friends. Some of them are associates. Some of them are acquaintances. Some of them live near me. Some of them live far away from me. But that might be because I'm the president of the POA, so people follow me there. I used to be in the United States military, so people follow me there. So I have friends, families, acquaintances, and people that I work with, and people that haven't think enough of me and my content that I have 3,008 followers. Now, what's going to hurt is if I got to be separated from them. And if you use Facebook or you use Twitter or you use one of these other sites that are out there to communicate with your friends and family, it takes a lot of courage to change and ask them to go with you. And that's one of the things about when you go shopping on a regular basis. Do you go to the same grocery store every time? If another grocery store wants your business, they're going to have to convince you to change your buying habits, change everything that you have pre-wired in your brain that says turn right here, turn left here, go right here, go wait at the stop sign for 10 minutes, turn left, turn right, go into the Walmart parking lot and go to the right-hand side because that's where the grocery store. No, because when you get off the highway, you got to turn right, you got to go down to the light, you got to turn to the right, you got to turn to the right, and then you turn to the left into the Kroger parking lot. So, and that's what the difference is. You have to rewire your brain. Because if you go to one grocery store and you know the cart kid and you know the cashier and you know the grocery or the produce person, you're getting away from them. Just like when you give up a social media platform and leave, you have to, it's like moving out of your house and moving out of your neighborhood and moving into a new place. And they count on you fearing that separation and change so that you will put up with bullshit like them deplatforming an entire website with 20 million users. And that's what they did. Apple, Google, Amazon ganged up on them because they said, hey, there were groups inside of Parler that were inciting riots at the U.S. Capitol. Here's the thing. Parler doesn't have groups. Everything is an open platform. Whatever you put out, everybody can see it. They don't have groups that can get together and collude. They might meet there and go somewhere else to collude in the back room, but Parler doesn't have it. They said of the first 20 people that were arrested, none of them even had Parler accounts. But we know that they had Facebook accounts, and we know that they had Twitter accounts. And like I said yesterday, the Arab Spring would not have happened without Twitter. So Twitter's all for free speech as long as it's free speech that they agree with. If they want a government topple, they'll go, hey, all you government topplers, you knock yourself out. We are going to support you. Oh, government wants to pay us more money and shut you down? We're going to deplatform, demonetize, and take away all of your groups over there, government topplers. But that's the way they work. They're playing pickers and winning choosers. My face just got tied up. But that's what they're doing. So you have to have enough guts to go and try something else, try to build your own new community, and do that. I'm doing that with WeMe, with Parler, and with Rumble when Parler gets back. But I am staying on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok, and I'm going to continue to use the products that I have on my computer in order to fight the power on their own turf, because I am fighting. And this is how I'm starting on this. So I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning writing this. As I wrote it, it became more and more abundantly clear how easy this will be, yet how difficult it will be. So here we go. I'm going to throw on my glasses so I can read it. How about that? All right, so here we go. Tomorrow, I am submitting to the Lieutenant Governor, to the State Attorney General Leslie Rutledge, to Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin, to my connections in the governor's office, to Brian Evans, and to Ricky Hill, who are my representatives in the House of Representatives and the Senate. For the internet user, I don't know why it has 4 right there. Let's get rid of 4. Look at that. Backspace. The Internet User Protection Act, the Internet Disinfectant Act of 2021. In order to protect our Arkansas consumers as internet users and to clarify and codify the law protections for all Arkansans under rules of equity and consumer protection, this is to protect the consumer regarding an internet company's editorial control of internet user data and content. We, the representatives of the people of Arkansas, do hereby enact the following. In order to prevent consumer confusion while complying with 47 U.S. Code 230, all interactive computer services and internet companies operating in the state of Arkansas will fully declare their policy towards user content, consumer content, and internet publishing content. All interactive computer services and internet companies will declare if they are an internet platform or an internet publisher with the Secretary of State. The declaration will also be in the first paragraph of their user agreement, one of the 2 paragraphs below, which I'll explain in a minute. And paragraph 5 will be on the standalone page and acknowledged by the consumer prior to any interactive computer service or internet company entering into an agreement with an Arkansas consumer. I just wanted to say, I think that's some pretty fancy language from a simple kid. Ha! So here's what became apparent as I was putting this together. It became very, very apparent to me that the user content inside of a user agreement was not being fully understood by consumers in Arkansas, in Louisiana, California, Texas, Colorado, Wisconsin, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Carolinas, the Nebraskas, wherever. Nobody understands the user agreement. So I want these people to be forced to explain what their editorial rights and controls are towards consumer information. Because my theory when I started writing this just became, if you are going to have editorial control over the information on my internet accounts, then you can do whatever you want with my information. So that's one choice. You can do all of the stuff that you want to, including demonetize me, deplatform me, change my editorialize, right? When they put this is false information, that's editorializing your information. When they say partially true, fact checked by this person, they're editorializing your content. When they can remove your content, they're just stealing your shit. When they demonetize you, when they deplatform you, they could be taking your livelihood. Because if you're a painter and they wipe your account and they throw you off, you just lost all the customers you built in Facebook and in Twitter over all of those years. Gone in an instant. They affect your business and they have no liability on it. So that means that there has to be, if that's what one side is going to do, there's got to be an alternative. And the alternative is, we're not going to mess with your stuff, but you are solely responsible for it. You can't damage us, so we will voluntarily let you put anything you want to on the website, but you will deal with the authorities because we will hide nothing from the authorities. If they say, hey, look here, man, these guys are planning a coup, go ahead and take a look at them. I'm just a platform. There's publishing over here that says I'm going to control everything. It's in content, and I will be responsible for that, but not really be responsible because Section 230 totally protects me, so I can do whatever the hell I want. Or, hey, I'm just a platform, and I voluntarily say that I'm a platform, but I will not mess with anybody's user information or anything in their data. And I think there's a market for that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go find some servers, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to say, I'm totally protected by 230, but I voluntarily will accept the role as a platform so that you can put anything up there. But you will be solely responsible for everything on there. That if the police come and get you, it ain't my deal, bro. Sis, you're on your own. I'm just a platform in the state of Arkansas. That's all I am. I'm not a publisher. I'm not responsible for anything. I am just a platform. So, number 3 reads, the internet publisher. Or internet platforms, number 3. Internet platforms will be defined to Arkansas consumers as a pass-through entity. Pursuant to 47 U.S. Code 230, internet platforms cannot be held liable for any content created by a user, consumer, or internet publisher. Companies who wish to be identified as internet platforms voluntarily enter into agreements with consumers that the internet platform will not take any editorial control of any user, consumer, or internet publisher's content, and that users, consumers, and internet publishers will have sole responsibility and liability for any content created, that they solely will be responsible for any and all repercussions associated with any material passed through the internet platform. Internet platforms voluntarily will not change, modify, or remove any content user, consumer, or internet publishers shares with the company and will not ban, demonetize, or deplatform users and consumers at their discretion. Why is this important? You need to know what you're getting into and what you're signing up for. Are they going to screw you, or is there a market outside of Section 230 that a company will let you have total and editorial control without you interfering with anything that they do? It's an easy choice to me. If you give me a binary choice of you will have full editorial control and can crush me, or I am left to my own devices and you treat me like an adult, then I will be responsible for the shit I put on internet. I will take that deal 100% of the time. And that means that if we make them declare that they are anything but an internet platform, all of a sudden now we have something. So this is where it gets interesting, right? This is where it gets interesting. Internet publishers, they have to put this on the front page. An internet publisher will be defined as any company not voluntarily declaring themselves to be an internet platform. Internet publishers will declare publicly that they have full editorial control of any and all content a user, consumer, or other internet publisher produces. Pursuant to 47 U.S. Code 230, internet platforms cannot be held liable for any content created by a user, consumer, or internet publisher, and this will be clearly stated to all user, consumers, and other internet publishers. They will clearly state that they have the option to review all materials and content a user, consumer, or other internet publisher shares with the company, and internet publishers will also declare that they have the power to editorialize, change, modify, remove any and all content a user, consumer, or internet publisher shares with the company, and has the power to ban, demonetize, or deplatform users and consumers at their discretion. Here's what the deal is. We make them all say exactly what they are doing. This isn't a secret, but we make them say it. We make them say it. Hey, look here. We're all about free speech. No, the hell you're not. You're into controlling our content, our mind, our decision-making process. You're bullying us into doing things your way, and then when we do not agree with the speech that you want us to say, you are demonetizing, deplatforming, shaming us in front of other people, or totally erasing all of our content like they did with Parler the other day. So the bottom line is that it really is a simple choice. You make them insert one of these two paragraphs that basically says what I just read you. And then pursuant to this becoming law, companies that have 30 days to notify all consumers of their choice to operate as an internet platform or internet publisher. Notifications will be acknowledged by consumers to make sure that they understand how their data and content will be handled by interactive computer service companies. How about that? Simple solutions for simple problems. Simple solutions for complex problems. They're not companies. All right, so, don't know. It's all about HW. Trust me. That's what I do for a living. What's HW? I don't understand HW. Hardware. Oh, it's all about hardware. FOMO. That's lawyer talk. Change the word confusion to misleading. Think of user agreement as a level of service agreement. Change subject to law and enforceability. Hi, Schwing. Hey, Schwinghammer. How you doing? Right. So here's what the thing is about this. So there is a hardware issue that's involved, but software and user content is being applicable to 230. As established by the Supreme Court, whenever the cases went to the Supreme Court, they were like, hey, look here. If you're an internet person, if you're an internet provider, a host, an ISP, if you're providing the software, if you're providing an interactive service, anything, which is software, then all of a sudden you're not liable for anything. That's how Google, Twitter, Facebook, everybody else is getting away with all of this, and this is why they can't be sued. This is why you can't sue Jack Dorsey. This is why you can't go after Zuckerberg. This is why you can't go after any of the companies for liability issues. If they demonetize me and that they defame me, they libel me, they have done something that have said that I'm a bad person, either directly or indirectly. They said that I am not worthy of being monetized, and I'm not worthy of being on their platform, and I'm saying that is not true. What I did was perfectly legal. You just didn't like it, so you threw me off. Well, you didn't meet our community standards. Well, community standards isn't hardware. They just get to choose it, and there's no liability. So, that's it for the show tonight, right? And here's what finally, this is what the problem is. These companies are so big that they do not care about you. They don't have to care about you. As Mickey in the Middle, they do not give one shit about me at all. So I'm going to fight back the best way I know how. I'm going to go after them and make them legally declare how they're going to operate in the state of Arkansas. And then I'm going to probably ask everybody to share this throughout the country so that their states can do it too. And I'm sure that legislatures, this creates a tremendous opportunity for a company that wants to be a voluntary pass-through social media platform, that they can go out and then they can get this, and even if they advertise it and monetize it, then I think that they could probably make a pretty good living, because even if it's $1 a month, they could be making millions and billions within a couple of years. So I think it's a tremendous advantage to be a pass-through company in a day and age where everybody is worried about censorship. So anyway, that's what happened. But they're so big that they don't care about you. They don't care about me. If I leave, no big deal. If you leave, no big deal. They got 1.7 billion users on Facebook. 1.7 billion. I'm a nobody to them. But I'm going to kick them right in the Jimmy. So that's the show for the night. On the Jimmy kick, Mickey's going to be out of here. So thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Remember to take care of each other out there. Remember that I love you. Go take some action. Go hug somebody. Remember to live, laugh, and love. Peace, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye. Did I hit it right? Oh, got the music. I hit the wrong button. Off we go. See ya. Bye. Thanks, Greg. Uh-oh. I can't turn it off.